Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have never thought that I would agree with Hungary on so many issues in my life. I don't have anything against Hungarians other than I'm Romanian by birth and they are Hungarians, and people who understand what I'm talking about obviously must be Hungarians or Romanians. But anyway, if someone does something right, you applaud it. If someone does something bad, what you think is bad, obviously you just disagree with that. In this case, Hungary has an independent foreign policy, I can tell you that. And as small as it is, and landlocked country that it is, with about 9-10 million people, they're very courageous. And their leaders who were elected are doing the bidding of their electorate, the Hungarian people. Try to maintain the Hungarian culture, the Hungarian tradition, and look only for the interest of who they have to look for, the Hungarians. Excellent. Now you have other weasels like Romanians who are not doing that. But anyway, let's move here with these guys who again are doing what is in the interest of its citizens, the Hungarians. So this article comes from a Arabic news outlet, Al Mayadin, and this comes from today, the 7th of November 2022. Hungary to oppose EU joint borrowing plan to aid Ukraine. The foreign minister said that, and the foreign minister is a fantastic guy. I urge you to watch his interviews and speeches on YouTube. He is a fantastic guy, courageous, smart, and he knows how to talk to the weasel mass media from the West. His name is Peter Szijjártó. I don't know if Szijjártó, that's his name, the Hungarian foreign minister. Hungary refuses to support the European Union's plan to borrow jointly from international capital markets to aid Ukraine. Who's going to pay for that? You. So Hungary will continue to provide bilateral assistance to Ukraine. That is, whenever I feel like, and I don't want to be pressured by any weasels. And that's the, they should be the prerogative of a independent sovereign country. So Hungary will continue to provide bilateral assistance to Ukraine, but will not support the European Union's plan to borrow jointly from international capital markets to finance Ukraine. Foreign Minister Peter Szijjártó said on Monday, and I'm quoting, "We are ready to continue to support Ukraine based on a bilateral agreement," end quote. He told reporters in Sofia, what is he doing in Bulgaria? Adding, but, I'm quoting again, "we will certainly not support any kind of joint EU borrowing in this field," end quote. And I'm quoting again, "We have done so once already. We supported the loan the European Union took out during the coronavirus pandemic, and that was more than enough." Oh my God, Peter, what are you going to do? He explained, as quoted by the Budapest Times Daily. Over the past weekend, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen revealed that the EU executive would offer a financial assistance package for Ukraine to keep it afloat in 2023 this week. How about you give me some freaking financial assistance? Why not? And my children. I can stay home for the next, 50 years or so, given that I'm going to live this long. And I'm quoting, "The main focus of the conversation was on ensuring financial support for Ukraine in the months ahead," the Commission's announcement said. Weasels. And I'm quoting again, "President von der Leyen informed President Zelensky that she would this week propose a substantial financial package from the EU citizens of up to 1.5 billion euros a month, totaling up to 18 billion euros, which would contribute significantly to cover Ukraine's financing needs for 2023. What is going on here? What is going on? You take from your people and give it to... Both leaders recognized the importance of ensuring predictable and regular funding to essential state functions under the war supplied and sponsored by other citizens of other countries, right? Or the same countries. The support would be in the form of highly concessional long-term loans, money with interest, the Commission said. Who are those guys who are gonna provide, huh? The ones who che bono. Remember che bono? Who benefits? Bankers, military industrial complex, right? And then you have the energy companies and the politicians who facilitate these three branches to get richer, richer, and richer. And who's paying for all these things? You and me. My children, my grandchildren, your great-children, your great-great-children. That's what's gonna be. So, I can't believe. So the support would be in the form of highly concessional long-term loans, the Commission said, adding that it will cover the interest cost and work will be carried out to support Ukraine's reforms and its path towards EU membership. I thought there were some, bars that these guys have to reach in order to be part of the European Union. I guess they're all blown up. The announcement added that the financial package would need to be paralleled by similar support from other major donors. Donors, nicely put. Well, what can I say, my friends? I can say a lot, I can tell you that, and you know that. Peter is right. Peter doesn't want to enslave his connationals to international banking systems in paying for some other people's bad luck, not bad luck, because that's not luck. They're not unlucky. They were pushed into that by other players. So the fact that Ukraine right now is where it's at is not because it's an act of God or act of nature. Something just happened. No, everything was fixed, channeled, and there we have it. Why shouldn't pay the ones who created that? Oh, you say the Russians? Okay. How about the ones who destabilized Ukraine in 2014? How about those? But we have names. Don't give me United States. No, not United States. Because it was not I and people like me who sponsored that. I want to know the exact people, and I know the exact people because the names are over there. Who sponsored that little thing in Ukraine 2014? Remember that one? Yanukovych out. That how do you call them? Traitors in. Why do I call them traitors? Imagine in your country. Let's say you have an elected government, and let's say the neighbors finance and help some guys within your country to bloodily take over the government, and that government is gone. How do you call those guys with the help of your neighbor country? How do you call that? Are they patriots or they're traitors? There was it was a legitimate, democratically elected government of Yanukovych in Ukraine, corrupt or not, like any other one, more or less. And we have this right now. I think that this is a consequence of that. And that is a consequence of the desire of some to expand NATO. Influence against whom? Russia. Russia was the enemy all along. So yeah, and now who's paying for that? You and I? For what? For Victoria Nuland and Obama? Who was in 2014? Obama was, right? With his little fucking weasels. He couldn't do anything because he's, as everybody else, in the pockets of the military-industrial complex, banking systems, and other interests that we don't even dream of knowing. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, be just, and pay up.